Hi everybody, Dhaman Mehta here, and thank you for once again joining me on my journey as I go through my favorites list on fanfiction.net. This lighting looks awful. I know this. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's just so bad today. Not that it's any better, Norman. Whatever. Let's just move on. I don't know why I'm talking about this. Anyway, I'm sorry again. It's been a month. I do have two videos that I'm going to be recording. I'm recording this one and another one, so at least equivalent of I'm still doing these essentially every 2 weeks. But I really want to get back to picking up the pace. And I say that every video, and it never happens. We'll see. For now, let's get to another 7 stories for me to talk about. Starting with Taking Advantage by BC. And this is a Harry Potter Doctor Who crossover where it's basically a whole bunch of different meetings with between the Doctor and an immortal Harry Potter who are basically together, and it's just them interacting like out of sync and eventually falling in love. Harmless and mildly entertaining. It gave me a few chuckles or like smiles, but it's not something I'd really look to revisit and like try to go out of my way to find again. So I'd say give it a look, but it's gonna fall off my list. All right. Number 2 is Parcel Tongue Lets Me Talk to What? By Tetza1502. And this is a short little story during Harry's 5th year where he finds out he can talk to a whole new breed of snake. The trouser snake. It hops through a bunch of various scenes throughout the year, which gave a few chuckles here or there, but, there's funnier Harry can talk to penis fics out there, with 2 heads are better than 1 being one of them, which I've talked about a long time ago. If you want to search that one, this title is 2 Heads Are Better Than 1. I believe that was by Non-John, I'm not sure, but like that one I found to be funnier than this. So there's better ones out there. This one wasn't that great. It's not going to stay on my list. Moving on to part 3 is Chance Encounters by Seaker. And this is a series of snippets of Harry meeting the main 6 Avengers during different parts of his life, and a small goodbye to an old friend at the last chapter of this tale. It's a pretty laid back story that focuses on the small conversations he has with each member of the team and their relationship instead of action. Nothing too amazing, but it is comforting, and it's just a nice thing to come back to that I would enjoy revisiting again. So it's going to stay on my list. Next is more Harry Potter and Avengers crossover with Finding Home by cywsaphyre. I really don't know how to pronounce this. But yeah, this is again, Harry ends up in New York after his canon and befriends Tony Stark just like a very short time before the events of the movie The Avengers. There's not much to say here because this is pretty much of the movie plus Harry on the side with a few extra scenes at the beginning of Harry and Tony befriending each other. Perfectly serviceable for a quick read and includes some enjoyable banter, but it's not something I'd really seek out again and again, so it's going to fall off my list. Next is another Harry Potter crossover with Master of Death, What a Joke by Yuval25. And this is a really short little scene where Harry gets a little frustrated because somebody's sending him a lot of extra worth because of a little thing called the Death Note. It's pretty really simple, but it did bring a smile and a few chuckles on my face, and I did enjoy the joke, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna stay on my list. And I would say, like, again, give it a quick look just for a little joke at the plot of Death Note and stuff, or like dealing with the light. Next is Will the Real Kitty Pryde Please Shut Up by Red Witch. And this is an X-Men Evolution short story where there's just a whole bunch of shenanigans at the X Mansion as we see what happens when people post every little thing they do online. It's short, sweet, funny, and just a real decent showing for the huge cast of characters of the X Mansion and all that stuff. I really did like this little piece of humor, and it's going to stay on my list. And here's the last one for this video. It's called Shinobi Cooper by Kuro Tenchi 177. And this is a Naruto Sly Cooper crossover where Naruto's fight with Sasuke at the Valley of the End sends him into the Sly Cooper universe, where he ends up basically getting adopted by Sly and helping him throughout his adventures as they try to figure out how to send him home. The story basically boils down to brief descriptions of each main level as they go through the first game and half of the second, and then there's a few conversations that build a little character, and we also get cutbacks to Tsunade and like a bunch of people in Naruto's home universe as they're reacting, or like very short like bits where they see, oh, that's what he's doing. Okay. The conversations feel really abrupt and like not natural, and the actual levels just get turned into, oh, Naruto grabbed a few keys while Sly was over there getting a key of his own, and this and that, which gets boring really fast. There's, like I said, there were a few laughs that I had, but I don't think you miss anything by skipping out this story, and it's gonna fall off my list. And there we go. Seven more stories read. So fanfiction status time. I have now read 724 stories that were on my list, and with this video, 351 of them have gotten to stay. So there we have it. If you want to look at any of these, links, as always, are in the description, as well as links to a playlist for all these videos, thread where I post them in written form, my fanfiction.net profile, so if you want to see things that are coming up next. But there we go. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the second video that I'm posting today. Take care.